Well, welcome back to another episode of the Buffalo Happy Hour. Mike, what's up?
Derek, I found my new workout space, and I'm fired up about it. But we should start with intros. So let's dive into, if you're new here, we are the Buffalo Happy Hour. Please subscribe. Please like and comment. We appreciate all support. And make sure you follow on social media, Buffalo Happy Hour 12. So let's dive right into it. You want to introduce yourself and your position here and where we are.
Sure. Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
My name is Loren Gibson, but I go by Ren because no one can ever pronounce Loren properly. It just makes it easier. We are at Rise Fitness Studio, 97 Main Street in Hamburg, and I'm excited to have you here tonight.
Absolutely.
Is it Loren?
It's not.
It's not? How do you spell it?
It's spelled like Lauren, but I'm going to have to make that argument at some point tonight that Lauren spelled their name wrong. So here we are. My parents doing. So we'll just go by Ren. It makes it life easy. They're like, okay, Loren.
It's kind of like French then, right?
Yeah, I've tried to put the apostrophe over the E at some points, tried to put it over the A. Nobody takes it. So we just keep it nice and simple, R-E-N.
There you go.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And that's been a battle your entire life?
My entire life.
Perfect.
Yeah, I've come off a little snooty because I've changed, it sounds like it's Loren.
Yeah.
But, I didn't make it up. So here we are.
Would you rather have people pronounce your name wrong or spell it wrong?
I would have them spell it wrong to pronounce it properly.
Okay, because I have that battle all the time. My name's Derek and it's D-E-R-E-K, but people spell it all the time in emails, D-E-R-R-I-C-K, and I get frustrated.
No, I would never spell it like that.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
I wouldn't. No, I'm sure everyone's got this battle, you know, right?
Well, his name's Mike.
I know, Mike.
It's simple.
I've never met a Mike I didn't like. I married a Mike.
Oh,
so,
nice.
yeah, every Mike I meet, great guys.
Can't be
Derek,
that.
I can't say the same about Derek. I'm just kidding.
No,
Although I
true,
just met you both, you seem like perfect gentlemen. So
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
So we're at Rise Fitness. What's the address of the place?
97 Main Street in Hamburg.
She already said that,
And
Derek.
what made you choose this spot to start a fitness studio?
It was available for lease. So at the time, it seemed great. It was a great decision. It's at the heart of the Hamburg Village. If you've walked around this town, you've got amazing restaurants, you've got bars, winery. I mean, everything's at your fingertips around here.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
perfect. We just got a Starbucks in our tops. Hello, Hamburg. I mean, things are getting exciting in this town. I love it.
It is a power move.
Right?
By Tops to have a Starbucks in there.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Finally.
absolutely.
I mean, it was scary there for a moment. We've got, the Tim Hortons on every corner, but to put the Starbucks in Tops,
Right.
nailed it. For most moms grocery shopping on Sunday morning, let me tell you.
Yeah,
that's
things
how I
change.
want to start my day.
Things changed.
Yes. Yeah.
So this was a old garage.
Yes, it was, I think they did like car repairs and it was like an old, It's an old building. It doesn't look like an old building though, does it?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So what was the renovation process like? Because when you first moved in, was it just a vacant old garage and you're like, okay, now we literally are starting from square one?
It was a fitness facility before this. So, but it was very rustic and it wasn't the look that I wanted. When you wanted to come in here, I wanted this. I wanted like granite countertops. They can't see me. Oh, they can see me. They
Yes.
can see me. So I wanted a color scheme of black, white, gray, very subtle colors, comfortable, and then I wanted the greens. I just wanted it to feel inviting, but
It's a
also
spa.
yeah, but also clean and like, where am I? I'm not, I'm in a different area or just feel like this is theirs and comfortable. I don't know if I'm making any sense with my vision, but it came to life with all of these colors and, from me picking out the granite and the colors in the walls, it was just all so much fun being 8 months pregnant, but I'm sure we'll get to that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we will.
So when you, what was the thought process on starting a gym in the first place? Because did you have fitness experience before this?
So I was a spin instructor. I'm still a spin instructor, and I got certified over 9 years ago. Started teaching at Biker Bar on Elmwood. They're still around, great studio. And I fell in love with it. Fell in love with the connection that you make with the clients and seeing people progress, whether it's being able to only be on a bike for like 5 minutes and then wanting more after 45 minutes on a bike, which is insane. You should want to get off at that point. But just feeling energized after a grueling workout. I want to be around more people like that. That's fun to me.
Right.
After that, you come up here for a coffee, you go with friends to the Grange for breakfast. I wanted to be part of all of that. It was like a lifestyle that I felt suited for. With kids, without kids, I found my way in this industry in both aspects. So I've been loving every second of it. So back to your question, that's really where I first initiated everything.
Yeah. So when you were a spin instructor, you're like, this is the time where I enjoy teaching spin and I want to open my own studio. Like, how is that process like, where you're like, this is the time where I'm going to stop teaching for somebody else and do it on my own?
Okay, so I was teaching in the city and then out here. So I was averaging about 8 to 10 classes a week, in addition to a full-time job at Buffalo MRI. I was the account manager there. So I had all of that on my plate, plus a 1-year-old son at the time, and a marriage and just everything. And I'm like, I can do this, and if I'm going to put my heart into something, I should pour it into something I absolutely love, because people say that if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. And I believe 85% of that, because you still have to do your job. You still have to make sure things are clean and make sure things are working properly, because you still have a service to your client. So I will say that I absolutely love my job when I'm allowed to do my job, which is getting on that bike, rocking out, and having a good time. That's my favorite part of it. All the other stuff, I definitely have a team to help me, which is amazing. And the bigger our team gets, like, the more stress gets lifted off of my plate, and hopefully they take it on, and they have been, so they're amazing. But that's when I made the decision. It's like, you're pouring hours into a job, and don't get me wrong, I did love that job, but I don't love it as much as I love this, which is great.
So how many team members do you have?
So we have 21 team members.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yes.
So you opened in 2018.
Right.
Now, when did you lease the building to then start the renovation process, just bringing it back?
We did the renovations in 1 month.
Wow.
Come on.
Not the ones that you guys saw in the back.
Okay.
We renovated this and just this floor room behind us.
Oh, got it. Okay. So, which is where like TRX classes and things like that are. For those listening that are familiar with the space. Okay, so that was in a month. Now, was that prior to 2018, or was that like your establishment year of 2018? Is that post renovations? Is the sense of my question.
I guess it's kind of weird because we did the establishment in January.
Okay.
So it was like, no, I'm sorry, we did it in December. So then we started renovations in January. Our first day of our first class was February 6th. I'll never forget it.
2018.
Because I'm like, oh my gosh, there's like still dust I have to clean up. I'm vacuuming. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're going to have people in here in 24 hours. How the hell is this thing going to take off?
Right.
And it did. And people loved it. And like, maybe we had 10 people in our first class, and maybe we had 4 classes on the schedule that day. But now we're up to 72 classes a week, which is crazy, especially in these times. And it's exciting.
Right.
It's like every time I see a wait list, I want to put another class on, and I want to get another instructor here, because people want it and I want to be able to provide for them.
So what's the training process for instructors?
So everyone needs to be Stages certified. I gave you a little tour of our bikes in the back, but I didn't get a chance to blast the music for you because we were talking. But our Stages bikes have monitors so they can track your watts, which is the power that you put on the bike. They can track your miles, your speed, everything, so that it's all there for you. And so our instructors need to be knowledgeable about that. I really pride myself on the fact that everybody is trained in the studio. If they're not trained on the Stages, they might be a personal trainer, so they have their certifications here. Once a month, or maybe once every 3 months, I'm always offering a cert so that they can learn something new or bring something new to their class. And it's made it a little difficult this year, but going forward, I hope to bring even more new concepts here because I want to keep people guessing. Like, what can we do next? What can we do to challenge our bodies? What's fun? What's out there? Just always doing something creative.
Gotcha. And I see yoga mats, so I assume you also offer yoga.
We do.
Okay.
What's great about our yoga class, like this Saturday, actually, you guys might love this. We are going to do yoga outside, and everyone attending the class gets a mimosa after.
Ooh.
So we're just like setting it up for Saturday. You get your 45-minute power yoga in. We're going to do it outside, so you don't need masks. And you get a glass of Prosecco or a mimosa after, which is wonderful.
Sounds like a great deal.
Yeah. It's a great deal. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I can't beat that at all.
Yeah.
So you have the spin section. We talked about TRX. What other classes do you offer in that side of the house?
Okay, so we do boot camps. Last night, the guy you met, Matt, did a killer boxing class. We had more guys in here than we've seen in a long time, and we love our male clients. We need to see more of them. Guys need to get more comfortable spinning. That's the whole issue right here.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know, because it's great cardio. And like they're doing it anyways, so why not just have fun and do it?
Right.
They're jumping on a bike at the gym. Like let's jump on a bike and have it mean something.
But the bikes are different here. So the model bike that you have is what again?
It's a Stages SC3 Stages bike.
SC3. Okay. It's super bougie. Because
Yeah.
the bikes that people automatically assume it's just it's like the Tour de France bike.
Yeah.
That doesn't move. It's like, no. This thing, it's insane.
Well, we move you on the bike too. Like you're not sitting the whole time.
So can you get into that? So what are they doing?
We're doing push-ups. We're doing tap backs. We're doing sprints in third. We're doing hovers. We're doing anything that is going to energize you.
To music.
Yeah.
Super loud.
Super loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how is it creating the playlist for?
So much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you do it? Like, what are you really focusing on? The beat?
So definitely the beat, but you try to like map out the ride. So from start, you don't want to like crush them with a hill. Could you imagine? Like, okay, everybody like really load it up. No, we work you into it. So maybe by the third or fourth song, okay, now we're on a hill. Now we're really getting into it. So you're all in here. But by the time you like figure this all out, the class is over and you're like, did I just do that? Yeah, you just crushed it. And then we see you again tomorrow. Some of our clients take 2 classes, 3 classes in a day.
Really?
Yeah. We offer so many that they'll like come in, they'll do their spinning in the morning and they'll come back for like a boot camp at night. It's interesting to see how much they love us. We love it.
Yeah.
So how do memberships or classes and all of that work?
So you can be an unlimited member, which means you can take any amount of classes. You can take 6 classes in a day if that's really what you'd like to do.
Yeah, if you're real serious for that wedding.
Well, yeah. Oh my gosh. we you know what? We encourage all of it. So as long as it's in healthy and someone's not like killing themselves at the end and like hydrating. Like I've checked on a few people like, did you have water? Did you eat something today? Okay. You can hang out. But if you look behind you, there's a wall that has 100, 300.
Yeah.
And then there's a flag that we worked with Oxford Pennants. Okay. So everyone gets a 500 flag pennant once they hit 500 classes.
Oh, okay.
Now I have one client. We've only been open like 760 days total. She hit 820 classes, which is doubling up and getting it done. She's amazing. She's like our class star, I guess you could call her.
She probably walks here too.
She does walk here.
See? Knew it.
She does walk here.
She just crushes it.
Or she rides her bike here and then she jumps on a bike, which I love too. A lot of our clients ride their bikes here.
That's awesome.
Am I talking too loud into this mic?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
So the TRX classes, we talked about it a little bit, but there's a boxing class. Like, what other classes are offered in that side for people who aren't necessarily into spin?
Okay, boot camp, boxing, TRX, Pilates is huge.
Wow.
Yes, everyone loves Pilates. And then yoga.
Okay.
Oh, and then we have a sculpt and strength class, which is more like a dance-based type class, like a bar.
Oh.
Like a bar class.
We also have to finish. So there's unlimited for membership. And then what are the other levels?
Single classes, which I wouldn't recommend doing because they're the most expensive. And I do that on purpose. I don't want to just see someone one time. That sucks.
Right.
Especially if they're like, oh, you know, maybe we have so many different personalities here. Like maybe that wasn't the kind of music they were used to hearing, or like it was like a one class and they weren't even feeling it themselves that day. Cause that happens. Like you don't really, maybe it's a day where you don't really want to work out, but you do it, you get it done, and then you're like, but then you come back. So I think it takes like 3 different classes to really figure out your vibe here. And that's why I encourage the 5-pack class, the 10-pack class, or the 25. And the prices go way down as you buy more classes because it gives us more chances to win you over.
Sure.
So what are your prices?
Off the top of my head,
Ballpark is fine.
so our single class is around 14. The 5-pack is 70. The 10-pack is, I think, like
130.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Thank you. And then
You're welcome.
the
My girlfriend does the 10 pack.
Perfect.
So she was literally talking right as we were coming here. She's
Yeah.
like, I'm going to do it again. Do another 10-pack class.
we're gonna get her to be like an unlimited member before
I
she
mean,
knows it.
absolutely.
So the unlimited's like $150 a month, and it's just it's depending on how much you want to be here, really. And the unlimited package includes coffee and water and 10% off Lululemon because we sell that. So we're always giving a discount, not only Lululemon but New Era and all of our brands that we have in the studio. And our protein balls. So we have a lot to offer unlimited clients because we want them to be unlimited.
Do people flex for unlimited memberships around?
What do you mean? How do you flex?
They might, like somebody just walks in with like a towel and a fresh water bottle, and it's like that person's
Oh no,
unlimited.
They hang out up here and we
See?
drink coffee. Yeah, I love the
yes, a little
unlimited.
bit.
Yeah,
So talked about the merchandise up here. Why did you want to have merchandise that was outside of your own to sell up here?
well, it wasn't really an option. So during this past year, we were closed
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
for 6 months.
So pivoting.
We turned and pivot. I was like, what else can I do?
Yeah.
What's allowed to be open? Oh, retail's allowed to be open. Let's see if I can get to be an authorized dealer for Lululemon. I could. So that's how we got it in.
So
That's
what was that
awesome.
process like? Because
It was a long process. You had to like send pictures in. You had to get approval. It was a grueling like 3 months back and forth, kind of to like win them over. They needed to
Right.
know my story. They needed to know how I was going to display their product because it's a higher end product, and I don't think they just give it to anybody. They want to make sure that it's in a good home. And after that, it was super exciting. Because now we took on more brands like Spanx. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but they're fun leggings to wear. Or TM, we sell spin shoes now. So if you need a pair of spin shoes on your bike, we have them. I'm trying to think of, we have a big fashion show going on May 1st. And all the tickets, the money generated is going to Make-A-Wish Foundation. So everyone attending is donating their ticket to Make-A-Wish. We're going to have food, we're going to have drinks, and then our instructors model all of the outfits. We actually
cool.
brought on a product that you guys would like. Have you ever heard of Tommy John underwear?
Yes.
Yeah.
We sell it here.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's amazing. I know it's expensive underwear, but it's
so comfortable.
worth it.
Oh, yeah.
So I got approval to sell Tommy John. And so now I have to convince my male instructors to strut down the aisle in underwear. And I don't think I've got them there yet, but maybe after a drink or two, they'll
Absolutely.
be feeling a little frisky, confident. I don't know.
or just give them a cup.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's the workaround. Because
Oh, God.
that's pretty revealing.
Well, I think I'm going to have them just wear it under like their Lululemon
There you go.
shorts.
Yeah, that's an option too.
And then do a little, I don't know. I've got it all figured out. I just got to tell them
Yeah.
before I tell you because I'll be in
Oh,
big
there you
trouble.
go.
Right.
Yeah.
So that whole process to bring in these other brands was essentially just you reaching out to them,
Yes,
right?
of
Now,
course.
was there other business permits that you had to do with like the village
No.
of Hamburg or anything? It was just, this is my space, I'm doing it what I
Yeah.
want? Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was curious on how that, like the back end of it worked.
No.
So then where did you get all of the equipment? Because you literally have huge, you have balls, you have dumbbells, you have TRX bands, you have
Yeah.
bikes that literally no one else has. So where did all of this come from?
So the bikes obviously came right from Stages. Everyone I've dealt with is direct.
Okay.
So TRX, everything from the weights, just direct from online. Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you just get a semi that pulls down the street and unloads 50 bikes.
You know, it's funny. It didn't come in this fast. It grew over the
Okay.
course of 3 years. things came in really slowly because we were building ourselves as a brand. It wasn't like I was like, it would be crazy to throw all this at
You were just
our
snapping
first time
fingers.
clients. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we ask our clients, like, what do you guys like? What do you want to see on the schedule? What pushes you? What drives you? Because without them, we're nothing. So that also challenges our instructors. And we have a phenomenal team of instructors that are constantly challenging themselves and making up new concepts to bring to their classes. And I'm constantly learning from them, which is amazing because I think we all learn from each other. But anytime an instructor asks for something, I'm like, I'll be on the fence for a little bit. And then if they're like, really, I shouldn't be telling them my secrets here because they're all going to listen to this and be like, oh, that's all we need to do. Basically, they just need to be passionate about it. I just need to know that there's some heart in there and they're with me for the next few years or however long we're going to do this for, and they're going to make it great. And so far, like, I'm ordering more weights next week because people want to lift heavier.
Yeah.
And I love it. Great. I'll buy you heavier weights. Like, I just want to know you're showing up and you're lifting those heavier weights. So
what do you, in your mind, think of as the perfect instructor? When you're looking for these people that you're hiring to teach these classes, what were you looking for?
I hire first on personality. So you've got to win me over. Like, you've got to just be kind, sweet, encouraging, all of that. And then we dive into your fitness background.
Right.
Because really, if you think about it, you're a first-time client and you walk into an instructor's class. You need to win them over that first time because they might not be back a second time. And it's really nerve-wracking for any instructor, including myself. I'm still nervous when I have new people come into my class. And I've been doing this for 9 years because my goal is to win them over. I want them to think, oh my gosh, that was the best class I've ever taken. And if I'm like, oh, I had an off class, I hope they come back. We'll always do like a water bottle and a card and say, thank you. We hope you try another class. We hope you join our family. Whatever we can do to start that relationship is where we're at.
So is that how you grew in 3 years? Was just word of mouth and then water bottle and a card after the first class and just very simple, like very personal relationships that you were trying to build from the get-go? Is that what grew you to have 72 classes a week now?
I think that, and just some of our instructors had followings already. I had a following from doing this for so long, but that following was in the city. So now, you're establishing new people, new friendships. Do they like me? Do they not like me? Am I pushing them? Are they getting a good workout in? All these things that like go through my head that really you just want to have them coming back for more. But I would say it was word of mouth, Instagram, our website. We have emails that go out that rates us. So 1 out of 10, how did you like your class? And they will answer back, and then they'll have a section where they say, this is what I liked or didn't like. And then if they had a negative review, I'll contact them and I'll say, come back and try it again because that was on us. Or maybe the front desk person might have been distracted. Let us fix this. Let us focus on you. Let us get you set up, and we'll try it again. So everyone deserves a second chance, right?
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I have so many questions because this is first of all, this is the first business that we've done in this type of business, in this business model. So we're sponges. So we just want to learn all the things, but all the things.
The name Rise, where did that come from? Well, what made you choose that for the name of the business?
So opening a studio, I thought that being pregnant with my twin girls would have been a pretty big challenge. I mean, people do it every day. People work through pregnancies, they do everything. And I think to myself, it's not just me who needs this place. It's not just me that needs group fitness. I will tell you, even if I didn't have this place, I would find group fitness. I need people to push me. Even if I'm not teaching the class, I would just be attending. You had mentioned you had gone to the BAC. I was going to the BAC in high school. My friends were like, what are you doing at 5:30 a.m.? You're a senior in high school going to a spin class. And spin wasn't cool when I was in high school. I was like, this is so cool. It was not cool. There's no EDM. There was no beat drops. I just wanted to be on a bike.
There was no music. It was just people on a bike.
It was.
I'm kidding.
No, it kind of was.
It kind of was like that.
It kind of was.
I was telling you the story when I was berated by the woman who taught me the first time. There was no music.
It was like really quiet.
Yeah, and she's like, let's go. I'm like, you're not motivating me. And that's when I started laughing, and that's when I got yelled at. So
I know.
we don't got to go down that route.
I know. I remember my first one, and it was like with this older guy. It was all like, I'm not saying like older. I'm not going to like mention age, but
Like AARP members.
it was definitely a different vibe, but I still wanted to be part of it.
Yeah.
And I remember this guy like going over to me. He's like, if you just turn the resistance up, it's easier to stand up. And he was right. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to learn more about this bike. I want to keep up with this guy next to me. Why is he kicking my ass? I'm 20 years younger than him.
If you turn the resistance up, it's easier to
stand in third.
Oh, okay.
We got to get you on a bike
Yeah,
again.
yeah, for sure.
So it's easier to stand up once you're in, once you have enough resistance on. What happens if you don't have enough resistance on? Your knees tend to buckle because it's not enough. You have too much weight on your knees. So you turn that resistance on. You get a good steady base. You're up in third. All the weight's in the legs. You're tucking your core. There's all these things people don't realize you're doing on a bike, and it's amazing. It's amazing how this works. So I was so fascinated with this guy teaching me. I wasn't even getting it from the instructor. The instructor was just like background noise at that point. I'm like, this could be better. This could be so much better. So here we are. It's so much better.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
So then Rise came from that conversation?
I'm sorry. Rise just came. No. Oh my God. You're probably going to want to cut that part out.
No, I like it.
That's 100% staying in.
So Rise came from, I feel like, here we go. Everyone faces challenges in life, and nobody knows. I don't know your story. I don't know what drives you. I don't know what stresses you out or gives you anxiety on Sunday nights. I don't know what it is.
Running out of merit wine. That's one of them.
I know that word to me, like to rise up, to rise above a challenge, that was what I needed to name this place. Because every time I'm feeling like, ugh, I get on a bike and that feeling goes away. I feel better. So a lot of the times in class, you'll hear me say rise up, which means go to third. And there's something powerful about so many people rising up at the same time and crushing goals together.
Sure.
So that's where it comes from.
So being a beginner coming into these classes, so hypothetically speaking, I attend one of these classes. I have no idea what I'm doing, especially with spinning. I have no idea what I'm doing. So how would you guide me to being like an actual participant in these classes? Because I feel like being new, I would be a little bit overwhelmed.
I don't think you would.
Okay.
I think that the instructor from the start would make you feel comfortable. We would set up your bike, and then the first 2 to 3 minutes in class, we're explaining the monitor, we're explaining the resistance knobs, we're explaining the sprint shift. And then we tell you it takes 3 classes to figure this shit out. This is not easy by any means, and you're going to get discouraged, but you're going to come back and you're going to be like, why am I back here? Oh, it's because you kind of loved it the first time. Your ass might be a little bit sore, but you kind of loved the drive and the energy that you left with. So we walk you through it, but we also say, nobody knows how much resistance you're putting on.
Right.
Nobody even cares what you're doing because they're on their bike trying not to die themselves. So that's just what it is. So you're going to be fine.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's good to know that because a lot of box gyms, we'll call them, you're just thrown to the sharks. It's like, just keep up. Just jump on the bike, figure it out. We all know how to ride a bike.
Oh, and I hate that.
Right.
We don't,
and
actually. There's so many parts to it.
Yeah, because your initial thought is, well, I'm just going to get on the bike and ride. And then all of a sudden the instructor just starts yelling. It's like, change your grip, stand up. It's like, I'm sorry. What? And then the music changes and you're like, this is kind of cool. And then all of a sudden you're sitting again and then standing again, and it's like church at 6 years old. You have no clue what's going on.
Oh my God. See, spinning is, and I don't at these boutique studios you go to, it's not like that anymore because we've taken it, we've making it personal. And I can say that on behalf of myself and other studios in Buffalo that are small, boutique-y, we don't want it to be like that anymore. We want it to be just a personal experience. And I saw that at Ice Cycle when all these studios came together and we taught for Roswell. We raised over, I think it was $180,000
Wow.
for Roswell. That's crazy. But you saw firsthand how much these instructors cared about their clients and the energy that it brings when we actually know what we're doing on a bike.
Right.
So if you know what you're doing, and say it's your first time doing push-ups on a bike, we'll say, watch everyone around you and then join in when you feel comfortable.
Got it.
That's the biggest thing. Just watch. And then when you think you can do it, okay, I mean, you're still getting a good workout in just riding, but we have people that don't do push-ups, and we are not offended. We know that that's their workout, that's their time, and we're there to take care of them. If you're not doing what I'm saying, that's fine. Like,
Sure.
it all works out.
Now, you mentioned earlier having the community around you, and I feel like the village of Hamburg is way closer than people realize.
It's
And
scary
I don't,
close.
Yeah, and I also don't think people fully understand, like, A, how supportive the community is, but how strong the community feel is as a whole.
Right.
Of Hamburg in general, specifically the village. And on Main Street by the Circle, it's like a whole different Hamburg compared to the rest of Hamburg.
Yeah.
So when you came up with this space and you're like, I'm doing a fitness studio and we're going to offer A, B, C, and D. And then from here, I want to incorporate my business with all the others. What was the outreach from the neighboring businesses in the village that were like, oh, perfect, because then they can flow through Main Street and then stop here, then they can see me, then they can go there, then they can go to you? And was it that kind of a conversation, or did that just organically occur over the last 3 years?
Actually, I was a little bit of a go-getter in that avenue because I am not from this town. I'm from the North Towns.
Oh.
So that's like,
So what was it like for you
it was
walking into Hamburg?
the Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
It was the Twilight Zone.
there's such a divide.
There's nothing like, I could get in trouble here, but I'm going to stand my ground on this. There's nothing like this in the North Towns.
Correct.
There's not. I don't know if you have North Town listeners. You just lost them.
Oh, don't worry. We lose people every week.
I'm sorry.
So you're
I mean,
fine.
but my family's out there.
Right.
And my friends are out there, and I love them. But you don't get this tight community feel. I didn't get it growing up. You know, when I first knew that this was something different was when I attended the Christmas parade. And it was so cool. I've never seen a community get so excited about a parade.
Right.
It was so fun. So I said, I want to do this. I didn't know how I was going to do it. Well, when I opened Rise, my instructors volunteered to sign up and dress as Who's and the Grinch.
Oh, cool.
So we got a sled together. I can't tell you how many phone calls I got after we marched in the parade thanking Rise as being
sweet.
part of it.
Yeah.
I had a 70-year-old woman, 8-year-old woman call and say that it was the best thing she's seen in all her years of watching the parade. I burst into tears. I was like, this is amazing. Why are people so special here? They're just so wonderful. So when we first started, I went around to the businesses and I introduced myself. And my whole motto for Rise is feeling good, but also doing good for the community. So we opened our doors fundraising for a little girl who had a very rare type of brain tumor. And we started fundraising for her, and we did a Pilates class where we had over 200 people show up at the Hamburg Brewery.
Okay.
They have that big area where they actually make the beer, and we used that facility, and we had everybody in there, and everyone got a free beer after class and, support of this girl. So I went around to all the stores, and everyone was really great about donating a basket. So I was able to introduce myself as a business owner, and then they gave me great donations. That's just how everybody is. So it was a great intro, and ever since I feel really comfortable, going into any restaurant or shop around here and just being supportive of everyone. That's what it's all about.
It's amazing.
Yeah, Hamburg is special.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So what other things, we talked about the charity stuff that you've done. What other stuff have you done with the community?
Every month is something. And sometimes I feel bad because I'm like, oh my gosh, we're asking a lot. We're asking a lot of them because it's every month. So it's unbelievable. And I think to myself, well, I even ask our instructors this sometimes, if they didn't want to do it, they wouldn't do it, right? they wouldn't show up. So we offer like a spin class, and we'll say it's $10, but that $10 is going to such and such a charity or foundation or whatever the case may be. So we always tell them what it's for. And like I said, they don't have to show up if they've got something going on or they did the charity the month before, but they always show up. Like, it's always the same great people showing up and handing $10 over, or if not more, mostly always more, and just saying, great job, you're doing a great job. I'm like, you're doing a great job.
So is that open to the public? That
always,
okay.
Everything. So the class is on there for free, and then they come and make the donation at the door.
Cool.
And then nothing really goes through Rise. We just give it right to the charity. They're usually here when this happens, and they are collecting the money. So we're just kind of like the place that they come.
Yeah, you're the vehicle
Yes.
to make it happen.
Yes.
So you have 72 classes. It's a lot. So what are your hours? What days are you open? What times are you open till?
Okay, so we have the crazies who show up at 4:30 in the morning for a 5 a.m. spin class.
Don't say anything, Derek.
Do you work out at that time?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm still sleeping at that time.
I know. Well, I teach the 5:30 a.m., which I can kind of get behind, but like the 5 a.m. is insane. So we start at that time. We have classes all morning. They go till 7. And then we have another set of classes that start at 9:30 and go till 11. And then we have another set of classes that start at around 4:30 and go till, you guys just saw it, 7:30 at night.
Yeah.
So in between those, what are you guys doing from
Cleaning.
Yeah, cleaning a lot.
Yeah, I clean a ton. Yes. Cleaning, organizing merchandise,
Restocking.
getting shit together, just trying not to lose my shit. Yes. But like I said, I've got an amazing team of front desk instructors. It could be a lot worse if I didn't have them.
And I'm sorry, you said Sunday through Saturday every day, or
Every
what day
single
is
day.
it? Okay.
We're never closed.
Wow.
I had to close on Easter, and I forgot to take it off the schedule, and it was all sold out. I'm like, I'm sorry guys, we are closed on Easter. So I had to take them all out of the classes. I'm like, we're closing. We got to be closed on Easter. I need one day.
I need one day.
Yeah.
So are you closed for major holidays?
No, I mean, well, Easter and Christmas.
Right.
I'm doing Christmas Eve rides. We're doing New Year's Eve rides. We're doing New Year's Day rides.
Hey, you got to get those New Year's resolutioners.
But it's the same people. It's like our crew. It's like
Sure.
and let me tell you that even though we have our unlimited members and they're here all the time, they're always so welcoming to new people. So if they see a new face, they're going to be like that. I just want everyone to be like that guy in my first spin class and be like, hey, just turn on the
Right, exactly.
Just hit the start button. I tell them, just be welcoming, just be friendly. That's why we're here. Just be nice. Don't be an asshole today, okay?
Exactly.
Right.
So the lineup of all your classes, is that online? Is that on your social media?
It's all on
Okay.
MindBody. So it's an app you can download to your phone, and you can access that app from our website. But that's where you're going to find everything, and you're going to view our prices and our classes and everything from there.
Solid.
MindBody.
MindBody.
I mean, that's very streamlined. That's a really good idea
Yes.
because it eliminates a lot of paperwork too.
Everything goes through there. So from our retail to our food and drink, everything.
And if someone wants to follow you on social media, what are your handles?
Rise Fitness Studio 716
Got it. And then your website?
is risebuffalo.com.
risebuffalo.com. Perfect.
And everything you need to know is right there.
Yes.
Okay.
I follow our Instagram. We're every day on that Instagram.
Right. And so your main platforms, Instagram, Facebook. Or
Facebook, our Facebook is weak. We're on there, but it's weak.
We're the same way with Twitter. We barely use
Oh, we're not on Twitter.
Yeah, see? Yeah, that's fine. I got you. So
I can
Instagram
only
and your
handle
website.
one platform at a time. I'm just not good with it. I'm just not.
It's the benefit for us is because Facebook and Instagram are linked, so we can post to Facebook through Instagram, and it saves a lot of our time in regards to posting. But we totally get it. I mean, there's some businesses that are on things we never heard of.
Yeah.
I can't. There's too much. So so Instagram, your website, all your info is through your app, through your website, and then come here and rock out, and then have some awesome coffee afterwards.
Yeah, or a glass of wine.
And where do you? So 2 questions. Where do you source, first of all, your wine and your coffee? Do you work with local?
No, but we should.
Yeah.
Anybody that wants to work with us.
Yeah. So we can definitely recommend a local coffee roaster for you.
Great.
Yes.
because
Yeah.
we go through. So unlimited members get coffee for free,
Gotcha. Okay.
and I'm happy to support local. This just Nespresso machine is nice, easy, and handy at the moment, and was recommended by one of our instructors. So it was delicious, and then the wine it's whatever we're feeling that week.
You just pick it up.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah,
So this week we have Merritt Winery. No free shout outs, but keeping it local.
that's what we're doing.
Yeah, keeping it
Yeah.
local. And which one do we have here?
Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc. And it's really good. So thank you. We
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Yeah.
So anything else you'd like to add? Any future plans? Anything else that you want to plug in, or are we
I think
touch
we're,
on everything?
I think we're good. I think
Awesome.
watch out for what we have next. We do have something in the works. Yes.
Love it.
So something exciting will be happening, hopefully sooner rather than later, but watch out. We're coming.
And Instagram will be the place to find it?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for everything today. It was
Thank
great
you
to come
guys.
meet
That
you
was
guys.
so easy and fun.
Right?
Good. We love to hear that.
Yeah, that's great.
So thank you very much. We appreciate
Yeah.
your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.